Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our second evening of competition in the 2023 Indy Spring Cup here at the IU Natatorium. Exciting morning. Out of the 8 events that were swum, we had new meet records in 6 of them, and I think a number of those are even going to be dropped lower in our finals this evening. The events we'll be seeing this evening will be the 200 freestyle, 100 breaststroke, 100 fly, and 400 IM. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you all please rise. Direct your attention to the 10-meter tower for tonight's national anthem, performed by Grace DeLuna.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Grace DeLuna, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ready to get started here this evening with bonus final heat in women's 200 freestyle. Lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. Lane 2 for Carmel Swim Club, Alexandra Ward. 3 for University of Louisville, Julia Dennis. 4 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Margaret Wainzik. 5 for Dublin Community Swim Team, Elizabeth Grether. 6 for Waukesha Express, Olivia Weiner. 7 for Utica Shelby Swim Club, Molly Werner. And in lane 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Erin Cummins. Leading at the 100-meter mark, out of lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 2nd, Margaret Wainzik of Elmbrook Swim Club. Lane 4, 100.74. Want to say hi to our swim fans listening in via the webcast from around the country. If you weren't with us this morning for preliminaries, you're going to see some great competition this evening. Lots of fast swimming going on here. Lots of swimmers getting their Olympic trial cuts. Livia Weiner, Waukesha Express in lane 6. Lane 4, Margaret Wainsick, Elmbrook Swim Club, as they come down to the finish of the bonus final in the women's 200 free. And touching first, Margaret Wainsick out of lane 4 in a time of 2:03.52. Now the consolation final. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club. Elise Heiser, 2 for Lakeside Swim Team. Haley McDonald, 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. JoJo Ramey, 4 for Indiana Swim Club. Ella Ristic, 5 for University of Louisville. Fernanda Celedonio, 6 for Ohio State University. Paige Hall, 7 for Kentucky Aquatics. Grace Frericks, and an 8 for Ohio State University, Alyssa Graves. Lane 4, Ella Ristic, Indiana Swim Club, turns in a 59:03. $152. Margaret Wainsick turns at the 150, 130.48. Names are updated on the board now. JoJo Ramey, Fast Tigers. Ella Ristic, Indiana Swim Club in lane 4, bringing it down here. And Ristic touching in a time of 2:02.26. Now parading out the championship final heat in women's 200 freestyle. Line up here in the championship final heat. Lane 1 for University of Louisville, Paige Hetrick. Lane 2 for Club Wolverine, Riley Francis. 3 swimming unattached, Kentucky's Summer Cardwell. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Anna Poplowski. 5 for Carmel Swim Club, Lindsey Bowen. 6 for Edina Swim Club, Catherine McCarthy. 7 for Kentucky Aquatics, Megan Drum. And 8 for Club Wolverine, Christy Long. The championship final heat of women's 200 freestyle. Anna Poplowski, Indiana Swim Club, lane 4, broke her own meet record with her preliminary swim this morning. The new record she established, 158.55. Anna was the winner of the 200 freestyle event at the Tier Pro Meet in Westmont earlier this spring. Finished in a time of 158.08. Lindsey Bowen from Carmel, lane 5. She won the 800 free last night in meet record setting time, 8:38.53. Anna Poplowski turns at the 100, 56.85. It's way ahead of her time this morning of a 57.79. Poplowski on her way to once again break her own meet record in the women's 200 freestyle. Lindsey Bowen, second in lane 5. Third, Paige Hetrick of University of Louisville in lane 1. Poplowski this morning, 128.83. And she turns at a 126.62. She's got a good one going. The Olympic trial cut in this event, 200.89. Poplowski already with the cut with her swim this morning. And Anna Poplowski puts up a time this evening, breaking her record from this morning and pushes that record to a 157.02. And that's a great start to our evening final. Now the bonus final in men's 200 freestyle. Underway in lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Lewis Sang. 2 for Club Wolverine, Jack Wilkening. 3 swimming unattached fast, Connor Carlisle. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush. Lane 5 for Utica Shelby Swim Club, Devin Dilger. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Alexander Teesing. 7 for Rochester Swim Club, Jaden Edmondson. And an 8 for West Michigan Swimmers, Owen Stevens. John Crush, Lakeside Swim Team, on point, lane 4. Turns at the 100 and a 54.54, ahead of Devin Dilger in lane 5 at a 55.05, and Alexander Teesing from Lakeside, third in lane 6 at a 55.24. Crush at the 150, 123.52. John Crush out front. Dilger and Thiessen going at it in 5 and 6. Crush was a 154.02 this morning. Puts up a time of 152.77 this evening. Consolation final in men's 200 free. Lane 1 for Irish Aquatics, Christopher Giuliano. 2 for Club Wolverine, Connor Hunt. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. 4 for University of Louisville, Guy Brooks. Lane 5 for Kentucky Aquatics, Nicholas Caruso. Lane 6 for University of Louisville, Gustavo Saldo. 7 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. And in lane 8 for Ohio State, Charles Clark. Charles, the winner of last evening's men's 1500 freestyle. Did it in meet record-setting time, 15:04.80. Charles Clark, your winner of the men's 1500 free last evening. Guy Brooks, University of Louisville, out front, lane 4, 53.78. Ahead of Greg Enoch of Carmel, lane 3 at a 54.23. Giuliano, Irish Aquatics, third in lane 1 at a 54.46 at the 100. Greg Enoch into the lead. Lane 3, 122.62. Ahead of Guy Brooks in lane 4. And look at this battle here in the consolation final heat, coming down to the end. And hitting the wall first, Guy Brooks, lane 4, representing the University of Louisville, a time of 1:51.69. As we now bring out the championship final heat in men's 200 freestyle. Line up here for the championship final, beginning in lane 1 for Ohio State University, Thomas Nevakonis. Lane 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Brandon Burns. Lane 3 for Carmel, Aaron Shackle. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Raphael Marislaw. In 5 for Carmel Swim Club, Drew Kibler. Lane 6 for the University of Louisville, Dennis Luchtev. In 7 for Indiana Swim Club, Tomer Frankel. And an 8 for Dynamo Swim Club, Connor Lemestre. The championship final in men's 200 free. Your top seed in this heat, Rafael Marislaw from Indiana Swim Club, with a new meet record with his preliminary swim this morning, 149.04. Rafael from Hamburg, Germany, took first in April in the Berlin Swim Open in this event, won it in a time of 145.83. Hundred turn coming up. They snap their legs around. And Drew Kibler, Carmel Swim Club out front, lane 5, 52.43. Second, Dennis Lective, University of Louisville, lane 6, 52.51. Marislaw, third at the 100, 52.57. Drew Kibler out faster than the 100 split with the meet record swim of this morning. Still ahead of the meet record from this morning. Marislaw to the front, 120.42 ahead of Drew Kibler. Marislaw tearing it up here on the last 50 of the men's 200 freestyle. His time this morning, 149.04, and he's a 147.89. New meet record, breaking his old record from this morning, the men's 200 freestyle. Bonus final in women's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Munster Swim Club, Taylor Stasny. 2 for Carmel, Vivian Wilson. 3 for Elmbrook, Reese Tillman. 4 for Lakeside, Georgia Kaler. 5 for Utica Shelby, Sydney Brandt. 6 for Irish Aquatics, Kaya Podlin. 7 for Sioux Falls, Kenzie Henrik. And an 8 for Aquajets swim team, Ava Allingham. Georgia Kaler, Lakeside out front as she turns at the 50, 34.32. Head of Vivian Wilson of Carmel, lane 2 at a 34 and some change. Georgia Kaler with the edge over in lane 2, Vivian Wilson of Carmel. And they all reach for the wall now, and Vivian Wilson of Carmel touching first out of lane 2, 113.86. Consolation final in women's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, McKenna Lesky. 2 for Club Wolverine, Claire Donan. 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Avery Stein. 4 for Aquajet Swim Team, Olivia Anderson. 5 for Ohio State University, Reese Taheen. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Olivia Mendenhall. 7 for Karma, Lucia Enoch, and 8 for Aquajet Swim Team, Grace Robb. '50 turn and out front, Reese Taheen, Ohio State University in lane 5, 33.78. Ahead of Avery Stein of Fast in lane 3, 34.22. Reese Taheen, Ohio State University. Olympic trial cut time in this event, 1:10.29. And Reese on the wall in a time of 1:11.22. Let's now bring out the championship final heat in women's 100 breaststroke. Here's your championship final beginning in lane 1 from Cardinal Aquatics, Kim Herkel. 2 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Lucy Thomas. Lane 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Molly Sweeney. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Annie Laser. 5 for Ohio State University, Hannah Bach. 6 for Ohio State University, Josephine Penitz. 7 for Kentucky Aquatics, Bridget Engel. And in lane 8 for Kentucky Aquatics, Denise Fillon. Your championship final in a women's 100 breaststroke. Annie Laser here with the meet record in this event, 1:05.91. Swimmers in 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 with times this morning better than the Olympic trial cut time. This is one of our events where we did not have a meet record this morning. Let's see what these ladies have in store for us this evening. They're set up for the 50 turn, and it is Annie Laser out front in lane 4, 32.09. Ahead of Hannah Bach, Ohio State University in lane 5, 32.23. Coming in on the close of the championship final, Annie Laser, Indiana Swim Club out front, reaches for the wall. Laser puts up a time of 1:07.74. Bonus final in men's 100 breaststroke. Coaches and swimmers, one last reminder, 6:30 this evening is the scratch deadline for tomorrow's events. It's about 4 minutes from now. Scratch deadline coming up in 4 minutes. Line up in the bonus final heat of men's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Stuart Seymour. 2 for Ole Swimming, Andrew Delzer. 3 for Fast Tigers, Daniel Bennett. 4 for Elmbrook, is Tyler Hansen. Lane 5 for Utica Shelby, Carson Ricker. 6 for Carmel, Brandon Malicki. 7 for Lakeside, Owen Durham. And in lane 8 for Club Olympia, Brady Byer. Tyler Hansen out front, lane 4, 29.94 at the 50. Ahead of Brandon Malicki at Carmel in lane 6. Coming on strong, Carson Ricker. Utica Shelby, lane 5. Ricker into the lead now. And it is Carson Ricker taking the bonus final heat in a time of 105.17. Now the consolation final in men's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, Harrison Herrera. 2 for Ohio State University, Ryland McDaniel. 3 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Lance Johnson. 4 for Ohio State University, William Regan. 5 for Club Wolverine, Ansel Frace. 6 for University of Louisville, Luke Schertz. 7 for Ohio State University, Peter Krasinski. And in lane 8 for Club Wolverine, Jack McCurdy. Turning first at the 50, Lance Johnson in lane 3, 29.82 ahead of William Regan. Lane 4 to 30.02. William Regan, Ohio State University, lane 4. Out front as they come down, one more reach, and Regan touching at a time of 102.96. Now parading out the championship final heat in men's 100 breaststroke. Competing in the championship final heat of this event, lane 1 for the University of Louisville, Aiden Criley. Lane 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Maxwell Reich. Lane 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Joshua Matheny. Lane 4 for Club Wolverine, Thomas Cope. Lane 5 for Sandpipers of Nevada, Cody Miller. 6 for Jaguar Aquatics, Logan Kelly. Lane 7 for Indiana Swim Club, Jason Yep. And in lane 8 for Indiana Swim Club, Maximilian Pilger. The championship final heat of men's 100 breaststroke. Great here in the championship final heat of men's 100 breaststroke. Thomas Cope from Club Wolverine setting a new meet record with this preliminary swim this morning, 101.29, breaking the old record of a 103.65. Cope in 4, Miller in 5. with swims this morning better than the Olympic trial cut time of a 102.19. Cope makes the turn, 28.61. That's quicker than his preliminary swim of this morning. Thomas Cope putting together another record swim. Cody Miller, Sandpipers of Nevada in lane 5. Bringing it on, Cody Miller. Battling it out with Thomas Cope. And at the finish in the championship final heat of the men's 100 free, Cody Miller in a new meet record setting time of 101.04. What an evening we got going here. Love it. Meet records falling left and right. Bonus final now in women's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Margaret Wainsick. 2 for Aqua Jets, Carly Bixby. 3 for Schrader YMCA, Elena Berlin. 4 for Carmel, Kira Cass. 5 for McGuire Aquatics, Gracie Colvin. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Lillian Hahn. 7 for Carmel, Brett Berglund. And in lane 8 for Waukesha Express, Ellie Antonuski. Gracie Colvin out front in lane 5, 29.00 at the 50. Lillian Hahn next to her, second position in lane 6. Lillian Hahn, Indiana Swim Club, 101.66. Consolation final now in women's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Tristan Harrison. 2 for, also from Ohio State University, Alyssa Graves. 3 for University of Louisville, Ella Welch. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Catherine Forster. 5 for Aqua Jets, Emma Kern. 6 for Elmbrook, Campbell Stoll. 7 for Club Wolverine, Brady Kendall. And in lane 8 for Indiana Swim Club, Ashley Turek. Leading at the 50 is Campbell Stoll from Elmbrook in lane 6, 28.33. Second, Catherine Forrester, Indiana Swim Club in lane 4. Catherine Forrester, Indiana Swim Club in 4. Leads the consolation final heat down, and she touches in a time of 100.52. And now bringing out the championship final heat in women's 100 butterfly. In lane 1 for Ohio State University, Morgan Kraus. 2 for Ohio State University, Catherine Zenit. 3 for Cardinal Aquatics, Isoma. In 4 for Carmel Swim Club, Alexandra Shackle. 5 for the University of Louisville, Gabriela Albero. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. Lane 7 for the University of Louisville, Tristan Hewlett. And in lane 8, also for the University of Louisville, Christiana Regnauer. The championship final of women's 100 butterfly. Alexandra Shackle, Carmel Swim Club, lane 4, laid out a new meet record with her preliminary swim of a 57.89. Soma, Shackle, Abero, and Crush with preliminary swims quicker than the Olympic trial cut time in the women's 100 butterfly this morning. That cut time 1:00.19. You got Alexandra Shackle out front. She turns in a 26.98 ahead of her record swimmer this morning. She was at a 27.02. Should have another new meet record coming up here in the women's 100 butterfly. Alexandra Shackle into the wall and the time 57.63, lowering her meet record setting time of this morning. Now moving into the bonus final of men's 100 butterfly. Lane 1 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. 2 for the Tigers, Owen Lindsay. 3 for Ole Swimming, Max Haney. 4 for Club Wolverine, Tyler Ray. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush. Lane 6 for Munster, Isaac Martin. 7 for Elmbrook, Stuart Seymour. And in lane 8 for Indiana Swim Club, Alejandro Kincaid. Leader at the 50. Tyler Ray, Club Wolverine, lane 4 at a 25.87. Had a Max Haney. Ole in lane 3 at a 26.34. Tyler Ray bringing it down here. He's going to take the bonus final heat in a time of 55.07. Consolation final in men's 100 butterfly. Underway in lane 1 for Club Wolverine, Wyatt Davis. Lane 2 for University of Louisville, Michael Eastman. 3 for Jaguar Aquatics, Spencer Wayuk. 4 for Bodemaker Aquatics, Braden Samuels. 5 for Ohio State University, William Fentress. 6 for Club Wolverine, Bryce Halderman. 7 for University of Louisville, Gustavo Soldo. And lane 8 for Schrader YMCA, Jackson Listick. Wyatt Davis, Club Wolverine out front lane 1 at a 25-21. Second, Bryce Haltman, his teammate in lane 6. Olympic trial cut, 53-59. Coming into the wall in the consolation final, and William Fentress, 54.15. Now bringing out the championship final heat in men's 100 butterfly. Line up for the championship final, beginning in lane 1 from Indiana Swim Club, Tomer Freckle. Lane 2 for Ohio State University, Saras Pick. Lane 3 for the University of Louisville, Dalton Lowe. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Marius Kush. Lane 5 for Cardinal Aquatics, Nicholas Albero. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Finley Brooks. Lane 7 for Club Wolverine, Bence Zebedos. And in lane 8 for Ohio State University, Jean-Pierre Kuzum. The championship final heat of men's 100 butterfly. Maurice Kush, Indiana Swim Club, lane 4, your top seed. Set a new meet record with this preliminary swim this morning, 52.53. Kush and Albero with preliminary swims quicker than the Olympic trial cut time in this event of a 53.59. Kush out this morning in a 24.52 and 24.54, 200s slower than this morning, but he'll bring it back. Make some noise, get him home. Nicholas Albero, Cardinal, in lane 5, winding it up and into the lead. Nicholas Albero into the wall, his time 52.57. And now the bonus final in women's 400 IM. In lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 2 for Aqua Jets, Francis Muir. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Kayla Barr. 4 for Utica Shelby, Molly Warner. 5 for University of Louisville, Paige Kawada. 6 for Schrader YMCA, Lillian Zippel. 7 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Tiga Madera. And in lane 8 for Aqua Jet Swim Team, Avery Ludke. Swimmers, nobody turned in the winning Indy car from our final session. There's got to be one hidden out there. If you see a mini toy Indy car that's got a piece of blue tape that says winner on the bottom, that makes you a winner. Come up and see me. We'll hook you up with a nice prize. Paige Kawada turns at the 100, 105.93 ahead of Kate Brager. Lane 1 at a 107.61. Halfway through the women's 400 IM bonus final heat. And Paige Kawada been out front the entire time. Turns at the 200, 221.56. Head of Francis Muir of Aquajets in lane 2, 224.82. And Kate Brager of Lakeside. Third in lane 1, turning at a 225.30. Paige Kawada at the end of the breaststroke, 350.16. Still in second, Kate Brager, Lakeside over in lane 1, 354.57. Third now, Kayla Barr from Carmel Swim Club, lane 3, turning at a 355.88 with 2 lengths left to go. Olympic trial cut time in the women's 400 IM of 4:49.89. Paige Kawada, University of Louisville, brings it in and touches in a time of 4:57.38. Consolation final in women's 400 IL. Lane 1 for Kentucky Aquatics, Denise Phelan. 2 for Lakeside, Haley McDonald. 3 for University of Louisville, Ryan Ullett. 4 for Ohio State University, Kira Summerstead. 5 for Ohio State University, Lucy Malis. 6 swimming attached Kentucky, Summer Cardwell. 7 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Campbell Stoll. And in lane 8 for Kentucky Aquatics, Anna Rice. Remember, swimmers, if you swim equal to or faster than an Olympic trial cut time, you're eligible to pick up one of our commemorative bag tags here that we have at the IU Natatorium. If you have achieved an Olympic trial cut or swam an Olympic trial cut time, stop by our lower admin table. They'll hook you up. Kira Summerstead turns at a 104.36. Ullett in lane 3, second at a 104.66. Halfway through the consolation final heat with Summerstead. Out front in lane 4, 2:17.80. Ullett in lane 3, 2:19.94 in third. Haley McDonald, the Lakeside, 2:21.41. Kira Summerstead, Ohio State University, in the lead in lane 4, but coming on in lane 7 on the breaststroke here, Campbell Stoll of Elmbrook. Summerstead at the 300, 3:44.10. Campbell Stoll in 7, 3:46.39. And Haley McDonald, third in lane 2, 3:47.61. Kira Somerset, Ohio State University, all the way. And she touches in a time of 4:51.21. Now bringing out the championship final heat in women's 400 IM. Line up here for this race, beginning in lane 1 from Elmbrook Swim Club, Reese Tiltman. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Carolyn Benda. Lane 3 for Ohio State University, Jessica Eden. 4 for Edina Swim Club, Catherine McCarthy. 5 for Carmel Swim Club, Molly Sweeney. 6 for Cardinal Aquatics, Kim Herkel. 7 for Ohio State University, Mia Rankin. And an 8 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Kate Mauser. The championship final heat of women's 400 IM. Women's 400 IM championship final heat. This is the other race that did not have a record this morning, but a number of these ladies knocking on the door, not only to meet record, but knocking on the door for the Olympic trial cut of the women's 400 IM of a 4:49.89. Kate Mauser's Fishers Area Swimming Tigers taking it out on the fly. Lane 8 as she turns in a time of 103.91. Ahead of Catherine McCarthy of Edina Swim Club at a 104.83. Third, Jessica Eden of Ohio State University in 3, 105.17. Catherine McCarty into the lead now, lane 4. Mauser in second, lane 8. Jessica Eden third in lane 3. Catherine McCarty at the end of the backstroke this morning, 218.23. And McCarty, 219.16 at the 200. Jessica Eden, second. Mauser, third. Fourth, we got Molly Sweeney from Carmel, lane 5, turning at a 222.65. Good race shaping up here on the breaststroke leg of the championship final of women's 400 IM. Over in lane 7, Mia Rankin, Ohio State University. Over in lane 1, you got Reese Tiltman of Elmbrook. Tiltman out front. Over in lane 1, 3:43.89, Mia Rankin. Second in lane 7, 3:44.07. And third, Jessica Eden, OSU in lane 3 at a 3:44.97. And there's the final turn, and back they come with Catherine McCarty. Out in front, Tiltman second in lane 1. Get your hands up in the air on both sides. The time they're looking for, something better than the Olympic trial cut time, 4:49.89. Catherine McCarty, Edina Swim Club, lane 4. So close as she brings it in here. Catherine McCarty. Don't you hate that? Well, we'll have to see what the final time was for Catherine McCarty. Nothing like building a little suspense. Catherine McCarty's time, 4:48.17, better than the Olympic trial cut time in the women's 400 IM. Bonus final in men's 400 IM. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Owen Durham. 2 for Utica Shelby, Carson Ricker. 3 for Lakeside, Chase Denigan. 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Parsons. 5 for Edina Swim Club, Mark Jacoby Crone. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, David Kovac. 7 for Club Olympia, Brady Byer. And in lane 8 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Grant Rubel. David Kovacs turning in lane 6, 102.64. Had a Luke Parsons for Fast Tigers over in 4. Coming up on the 200-meter mark, David Kovacs, Indiana Swim Club, lane 6. He turns in a time of 2:13.29, ahead of Mark Jacoby Crone. Lane 5, 2:14.07. Luke Parsons for Fast, lane 4. A third at 2:15.91. David Kovics in 6. Mark Jacoby Crone in 5. Racing it out here on the breaststroke. David Kovics turning in a 3:33.12 to Jacoby Crone's 3:33.83. And third, Chase Denigan in lane 3, 3:36.66. Jacoby Crone now into the lead. David Kovacs fights it back. He's to the front now. Kovacs was a 4:43.67 with his swim this morning. Nice drop this evening as he's on the wall in a time of 4:36.77. And now the consolation final in men's 400 IM. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Ryan Marini. 3 for Club Wolverine, Ansel Frace. 4 for Ohio State University, Michael Brenniger. 5 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Lance Johnson. 6 for Club Wolverine, Connor Hunt. 7 for Indiana Swim Club, Jackson Carlisle. And lane 8 for Ohio State University, William Regan. Ryan Marini, lane 2, leading at the 159.09 ahead of Connor Hunt. Club Wolverine in lane 6 at a 59.25. Fighting back here on the backstroke, Michael Brenniger, Ohio State University, into the lead. 208.95 ahead of Lance Johnson in lane 5, second position, 209.97. And Ryan Maraney of Kentucky Aquatics, he's third in lane 2. Lance Johnson turning first at the far end, 248.50. Ansel Frace now second in lane 3. Ansel Frace, Club Wolverine, at the end of the breaststroke leg. He turns in the lead, 325.84. Head of Lance Johnson in lane 5, 326.92. And third in lane 8, William Regan of Ohio State University, turning in a 328.19. Frace off the final turn, ahead of Lance Johnson. Third, Ryan Maraney. Fourth, William Regan in lane 8. Racing now down here to the finish. Ansel Frace trying to hold off Maraney. Into the wall they come, and look at that, they tied. A tie in the consolation final of the men's 400 IM at a 4:27.45 between Ryan Maraney of Kentucky Aquatics and Ansel Frace of Club Wolverine. Nice job, gentlemen. Ready now, prayed out the final race of the evening. That is the championship final heat of the men's 400 IM. Championship final lineup. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 2 for Dynamo Swim Club, Connor Lemestra. 3 for Club Wolverine, Jared Daigle. In 4 for Ohio State University, Tristan Jankovics. 5 for the University of Louisville, Jackson Millard. 6 for the University of Louisville, Thomas Breed. 7 for Kentucky Aquatics, Levi Sandage. And an 8 for Ohio State University, Alex Metzler. The championship final heat, men's 400 IM. Tristan Jankovics, Ohio State University, lane 4, setting a new meet record with his preliminary swim this morning, 4:20.49. The previous record, 4:24.98, so nice drop there for Jankovics. Also, Jankovic swimming faster than the Olympic trial cut time in the men's 400 IM, which is a 4:25.19. Connor Lamastra, Dynamo Swim Club in lane 2. Leads the field down here in the first 100. And Lamastra turns in a 57.25 ahead of Jankovic at a 58.79. That 100 split for Jankovic faster than his meet record swim of this morning. Jankovic now out front. As he turns at the far end, 132.22 ahead of Thomas Mercer, Lakeside in lane 1. At the end of the backstroke this morning, Jankovic on his record swim out in a 2:05.21. Jankovic 2:05.10, quicker than this morning. Thomas Mercer turning in lane 1, 2:06.25, and Lamastra third in lane 2 in a 2:07.87. Jankovic this morning at the 300, 3:20.05. He's well ahead of that as Jankovic turns into 3:19.44. Lamastra, second in lane 2, 3:22.91. And Jackson Millard into third, lane 5, 3:23.29. Jankovic at the 350 this morning, 350.56. And he turns 3:49.71, still ahead of his record pace of this morning. Thomas Breed now in third in lane 6. Half a length to go here for Tristan Jankovic of Ohio State University. Putting together another record performance in the men's 400 IM. Jankovic into the wall, beating his record of this morning, 4:19.88. Connor Lamastra, 4:21.23. That's better than the Olympic trial cut time. Jackson Millard with a time quicker than the Olympic trial cut with his 2:25.11. Wow, what an evening, ladies and gentlemen, here at the IU Natatorium. That concludes day 2. Big swims tomorrow coming up. 200 butterfly, 50 free, 200 breaststroke, 100 backstroke, and 400